This lesson is for people who are progressively minded and who have somebody in their network they want to influence who is likely to vote, but is undecided or maybe just Trump curious, not Trump committed. So 9 years after Mr. Trump came down the elevator, if somebody is undecided or just Trump curious, they have mixed feelings. So what we're going to talk about is a way of putting all those feelings on the table, a conversational frame where all of that is included. And it also has to do with how the reach method works, no matter what you're talking about. So the core of the reach method is to have a conversation in a certain sequence that deals with 4 domains. One is, and what you start out with, is experiences they've had that lead them to the conclusion that you don't like. In this case, it's voting for Trump. Then you want to talk about your experiences that tend to support the conclusion you don't like. We'll talk about how hard it will be for you to do that, but that's vital to do that. And so I'm going to push you to think of those things. That is coming up in a lesson a couple times down from here. Then, after all of that, after establishing agreement about that, then you want to challenge them with experiences that you've had that lead you to vote against Trump. We will talk about that, and you'll be encouraged to think about stories related to that. And then in the harmonize step, you're going to probe them for experiences they've had that give them misgivings about Trump. So that's why it's reflect, inquire, ask questions, agree, meet them with their opinion that is pro-Trump, challenge, talk about your experiences that lead you against him, and harmonize, see if they have any experiences that lead them against Mr. Trump. So the point is you're having a collaborative conversation about this choice that is a dilemma for them. It's not clear to them. It might be clear to you, but it's not clear to them. And you're trying to have a collaborative examination of this issue, looking at both of your experiences. Now, lastly, voting for Mr. Trump is not just him. There's Mr. Trump as a public official, as a leader and a setter of the public agenda. There's that aspect of him. There's his policies. And then there's the social movement, the MAGA movement that he has promoted. So it's important to open up the conversation to include all of that, but still in the 4-part framework I outlined. We will be probing you to come up with experiences that both support him and will be easier for you to do, that counter him. That's why it's hard work. If you like the content of this video, please press like or subscribe, because that helps the algorithm push it out to more people who might want to see it. Anything you do in support, whether it's a like or a subscribe or a share or even a small financial contribution to this self-funded project, is helpful in making sure we can continue this important work of spreading compassion for the sake of democracy.